All right, this is week 3 of my trade recaps trading the ES futures. So, another great week. Let's get started. On Monday, I had a couple losses. Not too big of a deal. I was taking a short off this 4-hour S&D zone right here, but I guess because of the new week opening gap, we had some insufficiency here. As 9:30 opened up, we opened inside the 4-hour gap. And so I was looking for an entry when the 15-minute candle closed out of it, which I got right here. Entered right here, stop at the top of the candle that closed down, and we got stopped. And then I saw this candle right here, the one that stopped me out. Gave a new entry, entered again, stop at the top of the candle that closed down below the gap, and ended up stopping me out again up here. And I guess it was a bullish bias. I don't really know what it played off besides this 1-hour S&D here, which would have been fire. What would have that been? It would have been an entry probably like right here, and then yeah. So that's it for Monday. 2 losses on that day, but it's fine because on Tuesday it's pretty fire. On Tuesday, what happened? Oh yeah, Tuesday was CPI day. So what I was waiting for was for the 15-minute candle to close below the news 15-minute candle, which was 8:30. So as 8:30 got closed below on the 9:30 candle, coincidentally, I was looking for a retap of it. So at 9:45, as the new 15-minute candle opened up, tapped right into it perfectly. I entered right at the bottom, right at the close of the candle that tapped it, and I put the stop at the high of the candle that tapped it, and ended up banking. Got kind of nervous here. Thought it was going to stop me out because we inversed this 5-minute fair value gap right here. But we were chilling. Where did I close that? Did I close that at yeah, I closed that at the 4-hour liquidity, and it hit pretty hard. It was pretty good. I thought it was going to be a bullseye TP right here, but we ended up still going back down. So that's 2.5R. Then let's actually mark out Monday also. So -2 on Monday, plus 2.5 on Tuesday, and now we'll go to Wednesday. Bless you. Thank you. So on Wednesday, pretty fire again. I was waiting for, so this was PPI day. I was waiting for price to either close down below or above the 15-minute news candle. But I had a bearish bias because before market open, 15-minute candle wicked above the news candle and it closed down below, and we didn't get any candles to close above the news candle, indicating that we were bearish, and that was the liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep here and another sweep there. The news candle was a liquidity sweep. I guess it was into a 4-hour S&D right here, this whole zone. So what did I do? I waited for the market open. At market open, I was waiting for a 5-minute candle to sweep above the news high on the 15-minute candle. We did, and as we closed below, I entered there, stop at the top of the candle that closed below. And where did I close that? I think that was at the liquidity. Yes, it was 4-hour liquidity for a 5.96R. So 5.96. So far that would be about what? That'd be 0.5. That'd be like 6.46 RR on the week. Then on the next day, Thursday, it's pretty fire again, not gonna lie. We opened up, 9:30 candle, opened up, and we immediately tapped into this 1-hour unconfirmed S&D right here. Literally by what? Tapped it not even 2 pips down. And so the 5-minute, since it was a 1-hour candle, or 1-hour S&D zone, 1-hour POI, I was waiting for the 5-minute candle to close above. After it tapped it, I got it, Entered right at the close. Stop at 4 pips below. This was Thursday. I think there was no news. No, I think it was retail sales, and it was pretty fire. Yeah, I just closed at 4R for my basic more normal market open manipulation trades. 4R ended up running, unfortunately, but that's part of my rules. My only target 4R, and it's good for the consistency rule on fundeds. So let's say 4R there. I'll put that, I don't know, I'll put that there. And then Thursday was also, I think Thursday was good. What happened Thursday? Oh no. Thursday was, what happened to Thursday? Oh, Thursday was retail sales. Okay, yeah, so today was Friday. This is today's trades. So, yeah, today was bad. Basically, market open. What happened on today? Yeah, market open, and we tapped into this 1 hour unconfirmed S&D. Yeah, I know it tapped into the 1 hour S&D here, but I play off the latest POI and liquidity sweeps. I trade off the latest, not play off. So as I tapped into this, I entered right as the candle closed above. Kind of got a shitty entry here, but it doesn't matter. I still got stopped anyways. I got stopped due to news, and it was crazy. There wasn't even news at this time. This was before news. Like, what the fuck is this? This literally happened in 1 second. I saw it happen. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I thought it was going to go great because right before that, we had a 5-minute unconfirmed S&D, and the candle right before I got stopped, you can see right here, it tapped into the 5-minute unconfirmed S&D, and it had a great rejection candle. And who knows what happened here. Guess some corporations wanted to stop hunt some guys. This literally happened in not even 5 seconds. Crazy dump. Took a re-entry here as the 5-minute candle closed back above. I'll show you. Closed back above the 1 hour S&D, and then yeah, right here. And since we had news at 10, as soon as we had that big pump up at news, I put my stops to break even because I really wasn't trusting that. It was already pretty choppy before my entry. So I took 1 loss today, 1 break even. So put that there, -1. So honestly, pretty good week. Oops. Pretty good week this week. What is that? That's -2.5. That's 4.46. 8.46 -1. That's 7.46. Before Friday, I would hit my weekly goal, my weekly profit goal. But I will say, on Wednesday, I didn't actually take this trade. And I'll show you why. And I'm really disappointed in myself because on Tuesday, since CPI and PPI news are super high impact news, I have a different kind of setup that I look for on days like that. That's why I had a kind of different strategy on CPI day. It was fire, played out. And on Tuesday night, I was getting tired, and I guess I missed some stuff when I was studying PPI days. I was back testing, and I kind of screwed myself because I didn't notice one thing. If bias, actually no, basically if price sweeps the 5-minute or the 15-minute news candle and the 5-minute candle closes down below, that's the trade I'm supposed to take. And on high impact news days, I close at the 4-hour S&D or liquidity zones. That's confirmed S&Ds to be exact. So I wouldn't take this wick S&D there, but I didn't take that trade, unfortunately, because I didn't notice that one thing when I was back testing. And I was back testing like 10, 15, almost 20 like PPI days for the past like 2 years. Yeah, that'd be just over a year. For the past year or whatever, I back tested PPI days. And once I noticed that played out in real time on during Wednesday morning, I went back again, back tested all 15 of those PPI days, and when that situation occurred, it ended up playing out, and that this is the exact trade I should have took, and I should have noticed it before on Tuesday night when I was back testing and getting ready for Wednesday. But I guess it's because I was late, or I guess it was because it was late at night and I was tired, and I missed it. I didn't notice that one thing, and if I did, I would have banked hard. So, what I ended up actually doing was I was waiting for the 15-minute candle to close below the news 15-minute candle right here. So, right when we got that, I'll mark it out for you. Right when we got that, we closed below at 9:45 candle. So at 10 o'clock, when the 5-minute candle tapped back into it, right here, we got to close down below. Put my stops at the top of the candle plus spread, of course, I always do that, and ended up getting stopped. And then I took a re-entry as we got a new entry right on the candle that stopped me out, and I got stopped again. So unfortunate that I didn't notice that one tiny thing when I was back testing. And also, this was crazy news right here. This was when they were announcing the news about, or there were rumors about Jerome Powell getting fired and everything like that. There was a bunch of shit happening here. There was like a news spike right here on these candles, and then there was a news spike here, and then here again, and then right here is when Trump said it's very unlikely that he's gonna. Basically, they said it's very likely. Someone in the White House said it's very likely he was gonna fire Jerome Powell very soon, and then it dumped the market. And then right here, this exact minute, Trump was being interviewed, and he said that's very unlikely that he would fire Jerome Powell. So lots of news here. Like, look at this price action on the 1 minute. That's insane. Look at this dump. Oh my god. It was so crazy to watch in real time. Imagine I actually got that short. I would have hit the daily max profit goal due to my consistency rule pretty much right away. So I wouldn't actually be holding it for that long. So let's put it back. Plus 2 ticks for spread. That's actually four pips, just like normal. And it would have hit the daily max profit goal due to consistency in literally like 15 minutes. That's 20 minutes. But I messed up and I didn't notice this one thing. But there's nothing I can do about it. Now I can only learn from it and make sure I do better next PPI day. So this was a pretty good week. Technically, I did, what was this again? I think it was 7.46 RR. That's what my strategy did this week. It's pretty fire. So I'm back at break even on the eval that I purchased the beginning of this week. Next week, there's not very much news. Hopefully it's a good week. And hopefully we don't have a big new week opening gap here. So we don't have this insufficiency, because on Monday, I hope I can make my consistency rule 1,500. And then, because that would be 3R with $500 risk. So 7.46 RR times 500. Let's see what my strategy made this week. 7.46 times 500. $3,700 this week. $3,730 to be exact. So $3,730 this week. US dollars. Pretty decent. Pretty good. Can't complain. But I can complain at myself for not noticing this. What is that? I put my entry at the wrong spot. Let's fix that real quick. That's a down candle, and I put my entry at the open of the down candle. There we go. Okay. at the entry of the bottom of the candle, that close below right here. So pretty good week. Hopefully next week's good. Hopefully you guys had a good week, and good week. Good luck next week.